Thank you very much. That's Count Basie. Over the years, we had the pleasure of working with so many talented students, but we've also had, a little to mine that I know, many very talented parents as well. And we've talked three of them into coming out of semi-retirement to play with us tonight. So if you're ready, we'll bring them up and then I will introduce you to them. This is really a thrill for us. These guys are world-class musicians. We're very happy and lucky to have them with us tonight. Let me take a moment, please, and introduce our guests. First, Professor Joseph Delaria. Our first guest was at one time considered to be the foremost triangulist of his generation. His early studies took him around the world in a never-ending search to refine his technique and to develop a sound that was uniquely his own. As a young man, he was a regular guest performer with such luminaries as Lawrence Welk and Guy Lombardo, but Professor Delaria was unable to make the transition to the hip-hop genre. With Welk and Lombardo gone from the scene, his booking steadily decreased. When an incident with the paparazzi outside of a Hollywood nightclub following the MTV Awards nearly resulted in jail time, he knew it was time to hang up his triangle. He retired from active performance 16 years ago following the birth of his only son, a decision he has come to regret on several occasions. I believe the decision he regrets was the son, not the... Next, the gentleman to his immediate right, Professor Michael Ridson. Professor Ridson has played the anvil professionally for the past 35 years. He began his career in Seattle, Washington in the early 1980s, where, along with the late punk rocker Sid Vicious, he developed what has come to be known as smash rock, an offshoot of grunge rock. But as the band gained popularity, Professor Ridson became disenchanted with its direction and quit, enrolling in the University of Southern California, where he became that school's first and to date only marching anvilist. Upon graduation, he took a position at the prestigious Juilliard School of Music, where he taught privately for 3 years before the school realized that he had no students whatsoever. Forced to resign in disgrace, he moved back to Elmwood Park and put his anvil to use in the building trades. Professor Ridson. And lastly, to his right, Professor William Parsons. Our final guest artist is one of the world's leading cowbellists. Professor William Parsons, or Bill the Beater, as he was known in the cantinas of Central and South America, where he jogged for over 15 years, is the acknowledged master of the mambo cowbell style, first popularized in this country by his idol, Ricky Ricardo. Once considered for the part of Little Ricky on the I Love Lucy show, Professor Parsons toured the country during the late 1950s and early 60s as a cowbell prodigy. Known during that period by the moniker Babalu Bill, his career took a downturn when, as a teenager, he suffered a serious wrist injury while leading a conga line at Woodstock. Unable to regain the dazzling technique that had been the hallmark of his playing career, he retired to his native California and became a part-time ski instructor. Professor Parsons. Gentlemen, when you're ready. Tune the instruments. Have a B flat. and gentlemen, I'm sorry. We will begin again. Well, I'm glad you laughed because I wasn't sure what I was going to say or do if you guys sat there straight-faced after that. I told you we'd try something a little different.